Hello everyone, I'm Vicky and I'm so excited you're watching this video because I've been waiting for this moment for so long. The 1975 finally released their brand new album, Notes on a Conditional Form, and I'm so excited to share my review of this album. I'm also gonna have another video showing my reaction, which you're gonna see in a few hours, so that's gonna be really exciting as well. So yeah, let's do this y'all, cause I can't wait any longer.
Hi, I'm Vicky and welcome to my channel.
I'm gonna start talking about the album concept right before my review. So, the 1975 frontman Matty Healy said in an interview that his goal was to push this album to sound more like the 1975 by pushing the extremes. I think that's an interesting goal considering they have a young audience. I know a lot of people who like the 1975 are either teenagers or young adults. They could easily continue to do what they were doing in their previous albums, and I'm sure their public wouldn't mind. I guess they don't want to be boring like certain bands that do the same sound every single time in every single song and every single album, so fair play. If there's one thing that I learned about Matty Healy's narcissistic behavior through the years, is that he's always seeking relevance. It's interesting to note that some tracks are relevant right now, even though some of them were written or released before the pandemic. As an example, he does say, "I don't like going outside, so bring me everything here" on People. There's other very spooky lyrics in the song Frail State of Mind when he says, "Go outside? Seems unlikely." Kinda blows my mind how this wasn't written right now, yet it's so relevant to this moment. I'm gonna describe some of the tracks right now so you can have an idea of what this album is about. So, there is indie pop in the track If You're Too Shy, Let Me Know. There is a punk-inspired one called People, and there is also a mix of dream pop, soft rock, and shoegaze in the track Birthday Party. By the way, shoegaze is a subgenre of indie and alt rock. I think so many different genres in an album can make it less cohesive, but it does make it more entertaining. For me, there's nothing worse than an album which every single track sounds the same. I'm not necessarily complimenting them for what they did in this album, but I still prefer listening to an album which is not really cohesive, yet it's interesting and possible to experience a different feeling, a different vibe, than an album completely cohesive, boring, that makes me feel like I just want to skip to the next track since all the tracks sound the same. Also, I have to mention this because I thought it was very amusing. So, NME mentioned something funny in an article. NME was talking about the interlude tracks, saying that it gives the feel of a soundtrack for a Disney movie about a rock star who can't make his mind up what his band sounds like. I think this quote is brilliant because it truly puts in a sentence how different the songs are in Notes on a Conditional Form and how different they sound. Greta Thunberg, the activist, collaborated with Matty Healy and Daniel in the first track, which I personally think it's a great move by the 1975, considering that Matty Healy has been known for being such an outspoken person, politically speaking. Also, it's a great strategy considering that Greta is a really famous activist. It's just a great 1975 move as a whole, so well done, fair play. Then there's People, which definitely has a punk vibe. I guess it's the first time they explored their edgier sound and it's pretty cool. It's pretty catchy as well, and I do think that Matty Healy doesn't have the voice to sing this track, but it doesn't mean that it's a bad track. It's just his vocals are not up to the level of this track, but to be fair, he tries and I do appreciate his effort. Frail State of Mind is such an interesting track because the focus is not on Matt Healy's voice, but on the actual sound and on the way that it's mixed on the drum-heavy song. I certainly paid way more attention to the beat than on Matt Healy's vocals in this track. But I'm sure that was actually part of their plan. Healy said the track talks about anxiety, which is very clear if you pay attention to the lyrics. As it says, "Go outside? Seems unlikely. I'm sorry that I missed your call. I watched it ring." The song gives details of the ways that the 1975 frontman Matt Healy avoided attending events out of concern that he would be a burden to people there. Then there is the birthday party. I think Birthday Party definitely sounds like a soft ballad mixed with soft rock and shoegaze. Matt Healy said in an interview for Apple Music, "Oh dude, it's one of the things I'm most proud of." The singer takes a look on society's relationships with intoxication. You know, alcohol, drugs, and all that, as well as issue avoidance. Jesus Christ 2005 God Bless America is an indie folk song which kinda has a female voice in the second part of the song. Personally, I do struggle to understand the song lyrics because as a Christian, I really think that Jesus is all about love, and I'm sure God would support everyone. I'm sure that he would understand people's sexuality. I think the only thing that matters is actually, it doesn't depend on sexuality at all. It's actually more whether you're a good person or if you're not a good person, really. So personally, I find really confusing when he says, "I'm in love with Jesus Christ, he's so nice," and then he says, "I'm in love with a boy, I know, but that's a feeling I can never show." It's so funny to me that he claims, Matt Healy, he claims to be a very open-minded person, and then he goes and insults people's religion. I mean, he has a song called Antichrist, so I'm not actually surprised. But anyway, I don't want to talk about it. I think the melody is good, I'm just not a fan of the lyrics, so let's move on to the next track. Me and You Together song is one of the singles in this album, and this track was released in January. I personally think it's the perfect sound for a teen series, like no jokes. You can hear the dream pop and shoegaze influence in this track, and I really love how nostalgic and different this track can be in comparison to most, songs in the mainstream radio. I mean, this has to be on a teen movie or on a teen series. I mean, come on, producers, do your job. Also, I think that the music video is ridiculously cool, and I personally love the late 90s and early 2000s aesthetic. I just think it's brilliant and it's an absolute pleasure to watch. If you're too shy, let me know. It's a fun, catchy, indie pop track. There is nothing really deep about it, but it's really fun and could have been a song released in the 80s. I love the bridge because it truly builds anticipation right before the chorus. It's definitely one of the highlights in the album. I love this track. Also, the sax solo in the song is the coolest thing you can possibly find in a 1975 track. So yeah, I love this song and I have been playing this one all the time. You just kind of want to dance to it, so yeah, it's just really fun. Guys, is the final track in the album, and I'd say it's the equivalent of All Time Low's Basement Noise. It's a song about friendship and showing appreciation to people around you. The friendship that they build after touring all these years together. It's clearly about the 1975 journey. They pretty much say something simple and cute like, the moment that we started a band was the best thing that ever happened. It's kinda a cute track, but I do think it's average at best. I think melodically speaking, there's nothing really new about it. Sorry guys. Thank you so much for watching this video. Please don't forget to drop a like, comment down below, let me know what your favorite 1975 song is, and let me know if you listened to this album yet. I'll see you next time. Bye!